there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Word to your mother.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's get ready to record. Here is the box of pastry and open. Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to Two Cool Moms. I'm Joe Gatto.
Are we on the air? Oh, God. Oh, that's a coconut. Oh, that's a coconut.
It's a coconut number.
Oh, coconut mac. Oh, God.
Yes, this is a gift from our friend Mike here. Producer Mike helped us out and brought us in some treats. Thank you, sir. Because we got to keep that caloric intake up. You know how we do's.
How are you? By the way, I love
so this is
what's happening here.
You see this jacket? This is an Adidas jacket. I was doing some holiday shopping, and I added it to cart because I was like, oh, this is nice. I had to spend a certain amount for it to get a $50 off coupon.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'll grab this. Now,
what's in the heart?
should I wear it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know, I shoot you blunt. If you put this on and I didn't like it, what would I say?
What's that?
If you put this on and I didn't like it, if you showed up with this on and I didn't like it, what would I say to you?
Burn it?
Yeah, right. So now I want you to be brutally honest with me. What do you think?
You make bold fashion choices, but because you remind me like of Rob Williams, where you can get away with stuff because you have such an outgoing personality.
Ah.
I would say yes, you could pull that off.
Thank you so much.
I couldn't pull that off. But here's another reason why I think you... Have you looked in the hearts?
I have not.
Do you know what it says in there?
No.
There's a J and an S.
Joe and Steve? That's us.
Two of hearts.
Oh, look at that. There is a J and an S.
There's a J and S. That's why I thought you were wearing that on purpose. And I was like, I don't think he knows.
I didn't even know that.
I don't think he knows.
Show it to the people. Look, right here. It's a J in the hearts.
You didn't. You literally didn't know that?
I did not know that.
I thought you were messing with me.
I didn't. I
thought
swear.
that's why you got it.
Okay, now
and you're wearing it.
No, I swear to God, that's so great.
Really?
Oh, what a happy accident. What a happy accident. I love you, Steve.
I love you, Joseph. You had no idea.
Top 3 activities I like to do with Steve Byrne. 1, driving a car. You at the helm.
You are fucking with me.
You at the helm.
You are fucking with me.
I'm giving you my...
Okay, sorry, good.
Top 3.
I'm going to listen. Okay, good.
2 is to compliment you because it's always so much fun. You make it so easy.
Yeah.
3 is to eat. I love to go out with Steve Byrne. I love to eat with Steve Byrne. It's always an adventure. I love when I love the pride that you give when you give a recommendation and it pans out well. You love it.
Hey, remember that one? It was freezing. I forget where we were. It was a nice. They had fireplaces in there.
So nice.
We had no idea what we were walking into,
No idea.
and then we went bananas.
Phenomenal.
Your wooden shoe,
was a good call too.
One of the best calls I've ever had on the road with you.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That antique store went on and on. It was one of the best.
I told you I got the apple. I found the apple. My mom's apple. Remember when we go in antique shop and I'm always trying to find that glass blown red apple?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I found it.
You did?
I did.
Where?
2 weeks ago. So wherever the hell I was 2 weeks ago, I found it in a antique store.
Really?
And I was shopping and boom, I turned around and there was the apple. I was with Jiggy. And I said, there's the apple. And I got the apple. So I finally found the apple that my mom had on her tea cart that I broke.
No, really?
Yeah.
And was it cheaper or more expensive?
It was $65.
Easy.
So, but she gave it to me for $40 because she liked my smile. Her words, not mine.
You always no. But you greased you. Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I did.
That's
I laid
your
it on
always.
there. Yeah.
What's
the action?
What's the action?
What's the action here?
What's the action here? And then is there a friends and family discount something like that?
Yeah.
Whatever your
line
laugh
it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it in.
But it works all the time with
100%
you.
100% of the time it works. And you know when it won't work? When you don't ask. 100% of the time it'll fail if you don't say something. So get out there, kids, and try it.
Look at you.
It's the new attitude. It's the new jacket. Jay loves us.
New attitudes.
I feel very hip in this. I feel more hip than I should be.
You pull that off, though.
What do you do with your eyebrows? Do you get them tweezed or plucked or anything? You just let them go?
I just let them go.
Okay, I'm going to get mine threaded today. I just remembered. I looked at myself in the camera before. I had to get mine threaded.
Should I get them?
No, they're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because you're Asian. You have a full thing that you can do.
So have you ever done your eyebrows or anything?
So my sister, Carla,
yeah,
when I was in high school, she said, I got to do you a solid here. Come here. And she laid me down in her lap and she took her tweezers and started plucking my eyebrows for me. And then she was like, that's way better. She's like, you can't walk around like that. You're my brother. And I was going to her college soon.
Were they bad?
They were bad. I get caterpillars. I get straight up fat. I get fat.
Oh, so you get them worked on?
I do. Well, it's been a while and I realize it's been a long time, but I get like I got a fat lid. You see this?
Yeah.
Like how chubby it is, and then there's a lot of hair around it. And it just becomes a heavy fat. You wouldn't.
Doesn't Murray shave his eyebrows?
Yeah, Murray does all sorts of weird things.
Like with a razor, like a big razor.
No, he does like a little thing. I think he gets his threaded now too.
Like with the...
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, the little lady puts a thing in the teeth.
How the hell do they do that?
It's amazing. The skill set's beyond me. And how did the first person figure out that's the way to do it? There's got to be a better way, A. There's got to be a better way.
Yeah, it's called a tweezer.
Right, but they're in
Like
there
there's
with the
chopsticks
they
and
got
there's a
this,
fork.
and they're doing this with
Yeah.
the thing, and they're doing the whole violin string. It's crazy.
Literally, to get 2 pieces of thread to go around one little hair and pluck it with that, that's crazy.
And it's always in the middle of a mall kiosk. You're always getting your eyebrows did in the
And
middle
we
of the
can't
mall.
find the clitoris. Am I right, guys? Come on.
I love to get it done in the mall
So you get it done.
all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna go
But
after
you
this
have to
episode.
tell them to, because here's the thing: eyebrows very tricky. It can go a little too feminine.
You're 100%.
You want to
too
still
much of an
stay.
arc. Too much of an arc. You're too defined. You don't want that.
Yeah.
I always just say clean them up a little. That's pretty much.
Have
the
you
fastest
ever? Have
way.
they ever gone a little?
Oh yeah, I had one lady. I heard a dink and I heard ooh. It was a dink and ooh situation where she went, you know, and your eyes are closed while it's happening, and the whole thing is you have to hold your eye while they're doing it. So you have to do this. So I'm sitting there, and she goes dink, and I hit ooh, and I go, and I open up, and I go, what happened? And she goes, oh, and then she goes, too close, too close. I go, too close. What? So what she did was, the problem was she was doing the middle,
Yeah.
and she got too aggressive, and she went too on the inside. So I had a short brow. I had a short brow here.
Oh,
So the brow was here and didn't get enough. Like imagine
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
like the
that's
brow
not good.
started mid-eye. And you knew, but the problem was you knew something was off when you looked at me, but you couldn't figure it out.
Right.
So everybody was like, oh, this guy's, something's the matter with him. What's
She just
wrong?
kinda
I was like,
this.
I was introducing myself like, good to meet you. Nice to see you again. You know? I was thinking a lot going,
There are certain things that you will do or say that will just get me, and your sound effects.
That was just a reenactment. That was a reenactment.
But my favorite is
Somebody gets hurt. Somebody gets hurt.
if we see somebody trip or fall or somebody drops.
Go. Yeah. Go. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Okay. Shall we?
Let's jump in.
All right. Coming to us from Joe. Hey, mamas in pajamas. If each of you could be a woman for a day, what would you do? This is a great one. What would you do if you were a woman? Now, my question is, are we like hot women? Because that'll dictate a lot. Are we average-looking women? Are we...
I think you would probably go equate yourself to what you
just-
think you are now.
I wonder if I'd be a better woman. Probably not.
I was going to. My mind went to
Probably
the same
not.
place. I was thinking, what?
You've been in drag, though.
Yes, but that's
How
not
did
being
you
a
look?
woman. That's wearing a dress. I don't know.
But
if
how
know
did you
what
look
that is.
as a woman?
I looked very manly. I was a very handsome woman. Yeah, there I am. Yeah, that's what I look like. Yeah, but they did that on purpose.
I'm gonna need a lot of tequila. Oh, Joseph.
Not that much. I will say this. I do think that I do have a lot of my father, but I do have a lot of my mother in me as far as maternal
Yeah.
instinct goes and whatnot. So I wonder if I'd be a better mother than I am a father. What's the first thing I do as a woman? Well, I would say we'd have to equate what we are. So I wouldn't be a super hot woman. You can't just go like, it's not like Fat Sasquatch. What's
Right.
the name of that movie?
Harriet and the Hendersons?
No. With the girl guy, Jack Black becomes a woman, and what's his
Oh,
face?
Shallow Hal?
Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
Right. I thought it was Fat Sasquatch. By the way, that's where my mind was. It's not. It's Shallow Hal.
And you edit me?
But you can't play. I'm offending our Sasquatch listeners. I apologize. So what happens? What happens is like you become a version of you. So we wouldn't become. We're not hot guys. So we don't become hot women.
Right.
Right. We don't. We're not tens. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. On the count of three, let's say the number we think each other are.
Okay.
And I want you to be honest with me, and I'm going to be honest with you. You're saying the number you think I am.
I just saw you in drag.
I know, but I want
By
you.
the way, I saw you in drag with makeup.
wanna-
Okay? And
I don't want you to
makeup
judge me as a
always makes a
woman.
woman look a little better. So if I had to judge it from that picture and then go down from there, knowing you're naturally.
This is what I'm asking you to judge me as a man, you as a man.
Okay, so we're saying what we.
100% looks, no personality.
Okay, what I think you are as a woman, 1 to 10.
No.
What?
As a man.
Oh, as a man.
Just what based 100%
Okay.
on looks. But that would equate to what we would be as women.
Just
'Cause
on
I think we
looks.
should be the same number.
So
100%
just on looks.
Just on looks. No personality.
no
points.
personality. No personality.
No. So I'm in
Nobody knows
trouble.
what we do for a living.
Nobody knows. You don't talk about your sparkling, my sound effects, my beautiful charm. You don't know any of that. You're gonna find all that out. It's gonna knock my number up. I'm going book by its cover. Handshake, see me across the bar. What's the number?
Are we still going to be friends after this?
I want you to be brutally honest because I know the number in my mind. And I know what number I think you are, and I'm going to be brutally honest.
Okay, we're gonna. Do we have a pen and paper?
Oh, you wanna write it
we
down
should
and
write
flip
down
it?
what we think.
Okay.
what we think we are, and then how
Slide
it
them
matches
over to each other.
Yeah, and then slide them over to each
Yes.
other after we do this. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So I want you to be honest. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want you to. We have a pen. I don't want you to. You're so excited to write down a number.
So this is what I think of me.
No.
We're writing down what I think of me, what you're going to say.
That's fun. Do this.
What
do
you're
this. No, do this.
Okay.
Do a ripski. Do a
Okay.
ripski here. Okay. Okay. And this is what we'll do.
Okay.
We're going to do this. We're going to do on one sheet of paper.
Okay.
You write down truly what you think you are.
Me.
You. This is me. This is what
And
I
then
think I
Joe.
am. And then here is what I think you are. Okay. And then we're going to slide them over to each other. Okay. So be brutally honest to yourself. Don't
Okay.
cheat. Don't let everybody see.
What I think I am.
Yes.
Okay. And this 1 out of 10.
100% on looks.
This is just looks.
Just looks.
Period.
Book by its cover. Across the bar, you see me. What's the number that goes into your head? And also for you, what number do you think you are?
Oh my God. Okay.
And this is.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay.
I want you to be honest.
Okay.
Because if you're anything other, I'd be upset.
This is right now. This is not in our 20s.
This is not. This is no. We're talking. Ding ding.
now.
Door opens. He walks in. What number is that guy? That's what it is.
Okay.
This is what you think you are.
Yeah.
Is this you rating yourself?
This is me rating myself. I walk in the door. I don't know a thing about that guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to see what you think you are. I'll do you first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this is for you. You said a 7.
A 7.
Generous.
6.
Yeah. I said a 6.
I'm a 6.
No, that's me. That's
Oh,
what
you're
I
a
think I
6.
am. I think I'm a 6. You think you're a 7. Okay, so
think I'm
now
a 7,
let's
okay.
go to what we thought of each other.
Okay, ready? I said. So you said 6.
I said I was a 6.
Okay.
Then you told me I was a 6.
Oh,
Oh, you're right. And then what did I say you were?
Okay, let's see here. An 8.
I said an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
I made a. You should be 7. That's what I meant to put, not a 6.
A 6. I think that's
Joe
right on,
thinks
though.
I'm an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think you're an 8.
I wouldn't go 8.
I would go, well, not right now, though. Because you've got a couple of the ongoing.
I
I
do.
a little bit of that right now.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, but
I know
when
I
you were
do.
down, I'm putting you in your fighting weight.
I got to get to fighting weight. I need a haircut.
A haircut? I got to get my eyebrows done. That's going to take me easily to a 6.5.
Girl, you look great.
I hate people that do that.
And that jacket pops.
The jacket helps. If I walk in on this, I'm an 8. This is because you're
She
looking
thinks
here.
6 all day.
I think if I'm going to be honest and go straight on looks, I think I'm 6. I could be a 7, but I think I'm a 9. When you put the whole package
you carry
together,
yourself together at 9.
I think I put everything together. I'm a 9.
Personality 9, yeah.
I think if you, I pick up 3 points, 2 to 3 points in personality alone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. You don't agree with that?
Me, I lose.
Yeah, so
That's
you
where I
start
lose.
as an 8.
Do you like
end as-
documentaries?
You end as a 4.
Do you like Arby's? Bink. I'm down to I'm like it's me and the handicap person. She's like,
Roll it out. Yeah, that's what I think. I know because I think personality definitely plays a big part of me.
Yeah.
But I hate people. I don't hate people. I don't hate anybody. I try not to. But I dislike when people do that thing where it's like, girl, you're crazy. You don't. I like when people are honest with themselves.
Yeah.
And you let them be.
sure.
And then you help them make themselves better. The people that I feel like that enables mediocrity, and I hate when people do that.
Yeah, I could spiral off of that, but I agree with you. But I've seen videos of recent where I see the gullet coming back. I'm like, you got to get back in shape. But then it's like coming out of the holidays and everything. It's like, okay, now's the time because December, that's when I kind of let loose.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
I'm home with the family. We're going to eat pizza. We're going to
100%.
have some fun. Yeah.
I'm feeling my weight as well now.
Now, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Your 20s is probably your best version of yourself.
No.
Okay. You don't think so?
Not for me.
No?
Not for
Even
me.
when you lived in LA, you said you would go hiking and all that stuff.
My
You were
60s.
tan.
My 60s are going to be phenomenal.
You think your 60s when
Oh
you
my
peak?
God. I'm going to be awesome at my 60s.
Like 5 years away from that.
Hurtful.
Why do you think 60s?
No, I'm kidding. I think probably yeah, my 20s, late 20s, yeah, early 30s. That
Okay,
was
what
probably
would
my
you
peak.
give yourself an honest rating if you're in your 20s? What would you say? Walking in the door,
I would probably be an 8.
fresh faced Joey.
Fresh Face Show would probably be about an 8 there.
I'd say 8 for myself too.
Yeah, probably about
my
an 8.
20s.
Yeah, I was never muscular, but I had more hair.
Yeah.
I was a little bit leaner. I was tan and I got the blue eyes. I mean, there's a lot going on.
The eyes go a long way.
Long, huge way. I got
Yeah.
eyes and jokes. That's your boy
Jeez,
Joe.
So you're an 11 in your 20s then.
That's where I am. If I had the 3, no.
with the personality.
My personality is way better now.
Really?
It wasn't a bad personality, but it's better now.
There was less F's to give back in the day.
It was more. I think there's a little bit more empathy in my heart. I think there's a little bit more. I've been through a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I could relate on a human level better to people.
Right.
I was might have had a little bit of an ego.
Really?
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad though, but a little bit of a chip on the shouldery, but not bad. But a little bit more than
who doesn't in their 20s.
I
though?
think that's
you know what I mean.
True. I think I had that amount of chip on my shoulder.
Because you're coming into everything. Everything's your first.
100%.
First real job, first real relationship, first real money, first any of that
stuff. There's a lot of road in front of you. A lot of road in front of you. You know, a lot of opportunity.
I mean, if you think carving out your identity in high school is difficult, in your 20s, it's just like...
Especially when you're lost and you don't know what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
That's the hardest for me, for sure.
Wow, okay. This took an interesting turn.
It's interesting. I appreciate the honesty.
I did not expect that, yeah.
We were pretty close onto each other.
Well, I was spot on. You were a little kinder to me, only because I step on the scale every day, so I know what.
I honestly think you're an 8. I didn't say 8 because I was like, I have to say a nice number. I think looks wise, you're an 8. If just look at you, you have an interesting look about you. You have got a wave to the hair. You got the eyes that you don't know what's the percentage. You know it's something. You know it's not 100%, but there's a percentage here.
He's not all privileged.
No. Yeah, you're tall.
Yeah, it's tall. Yeah,
a little bit slender at times.
Yeah, at times. Not this time.
I know, but
next time
your fat distributes better than mine. My fat is localized. Yours goes and sees the whole area. You got a whole neighborhood of fat.
Well, there's prime real estate under these cheeks.
Everybody
here,
gets the jowls.
Right
Everybody
there.
gets the jowls. I'd love to see you in a full beard, though.
Full beard? I don't look healthy.
I would just love to see that. Yo, you look sick.
I look
Castaway.
I look like if Keanu Reeves was cast in the movie Philadelphia. It's mangy.
Okay.
It doesn't look good.
Good.
Like just a 5 o'clock shadow is good, and then you got to shave it.
Yeah.
Patches.
I love your clean shave though. When you step out on stage fresh and so clean, that spotlight hits you. You got the suit on. I mean, you're delicious. You're an 8 all day, all night. Yeah, for sure.
I want you to see me at my slimiest.
I've been around some of those places too. We said currently. I've seen a Stevie 6.
Yeah, there's been some times. Okay. Okay, this is coming to us from Ethan. 23. Hi, my name's Ethan. I'm a 23-year-old actor living in the city. Thank you for establishing that, Ethan. It's got nothing to do with the next question, but good luck to you.
Thanks for still sharing a little bit about yourself, Ethan.
You got this call back, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mommy's got a question for you, too. What's your last day of eating look like? And I'm not talking last meal. I'm talking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe dessert before you croak. What is it? Thanks. So perfect day scenario, you get to plot out your last 3 divisions of meals. I think it's a good question. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You're not a big breakfast guy.
But if I know it's my last day,
Pancakes.
I would 100%.
You go pancakes.
Pancakes doused in butter. I don't use maple syrup. I'll take like half a stick and put it on there and let it melt. What's
He just doesn't use it.
What's Sal's line? Leave the room now. I'm edgy.
How edgy?
I would literally just sop it in butter. No maple syrup. I love when it just
Whipped
soaks.
cream?
No, just butter.
Talk to me about
butter.
Belgian
it's
waffle.
It's an excuse to eat butter.
Belgian
basically.
waffle with ice cream in the morning?
Ooh, okay.
That might be
I've never
mine.
done that.
Mine would probably be some sort of egg over easy on a toasty kind of deal with. I love that.
That sounds healthy, though.
I love a sloppy egg. I love like egg in the basket. You know what egg in the basket is?
No.
When you cut the middle of the bread out and you fry the egg inside the bread and you flip it, it's phenomenal.
Oh wow!
I love
okay.
an egg.
I
That's
can't
my
eat
dad
eggs,
used to
though.
make them. I love it. You can't eat eggs. Yeah, I would probably do that, or I would definitely do. I might even just do like a bowl of Apple Jacks if I know it's my last day. I might go bowl of Apple Jacks. Yeah,
You're gonna go old school.
I go old school. I would go reminiscing my nostalgia. I know
4-year-old Joey.
Yeah, just crushing the Jacks.
I would do pancake doused in butter, crisp bacon, hash browns, like sliced up hash browns, like you get at Waffle House, with cheese on top.
Would you do that over like
Freshly squeezed OJ.
a McMuffin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My wife makes incredible pancakes.
Does she?
Phenomenal pancakes.
Well, learning something new. I did not know this.
She makes a good breakfast.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your breakfast.
Yeah.
Lunch for sure, sushi.
Really?
Yeah, I would want some sushi.
For lunch, okay. And where are you going?
Because I'm not going to do it for dinner. I'm
Is
not gonna
there
go
a
with dinner.
specific?
No, well, Katana in LA is my favorite sushi joint, but I would want an array of sushi. I would want sushi in my life on my last day.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want it for dinner. For dinner, I
Okay.
got to go big Italian feast. But for that, I would probably do a nice sushi assortment. Possibly some sashimi. Possibly, but I would definitely go with some rolls. No
Some
hand rolls. I
rolls?
would get them all cut up rolls, and some nice nigiri, if you will.
I love a yellowtail with the
Yellowtail?
sauce. Thinly sliced
Ponzu.
yellow ponzu.
Ponzu sauce,
crispy
oh my
onions.
God. Ponzu sauce. I'm a heroin addict. Give me that ponzu. Love that ponzu. Tie me off. Tie me off on that ponzu.
I love ponzu.
Give me ponzu. I love me a ponzu.
Yeah. Ponzu. Okay, and then what is?
But I would love like a roll that's got I love a sushi like a roll that's got a fruit in it. I love like a pineapple or a mango that pops its head in.
A nice
it just
mix.
lets you know it's there. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we're here too. By the way, enjoy yourself some tuna. But if you need us, we're nestled in. We're right here on the corner. Go ahead, get yourself.
You can
What's
use
that
some
crunch?
sweetness.
What's that crunch?
Yeah.
It's my friend Cucumber. He came with us. Love that. I love that.
For my lunch, I would go Carney's Rail Car.
Okay.
In Sunset Boulevard in L.A. 2 hot dogs, mustard, and their French fries, shoestring fries with a Coke.
That's interesting.
Maybe an extra fry. Their fries, I don't know what it is, but it's served in everything's served in just a brown cardboard box like that.
Yep.
You dump your fries, put your salt in, shake
Shake
it
it
around.
up.
Yeah, it's either that or Permane Brothers in Pittsburgh.
I was just going to say for you, Permane.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
my
I might do an Impossible Whopper if I was thinking about it.
For your last lunch,
don't
you're
know.
going to the King?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I don't know if I would. You're
Your
right. I would go
last-
sushi. Yeah, but you're going to Permane Brothers.
That's a staple. That's not a chain.
Yeah,
Permane, I'd probably go Permane Brothers. I mean, I'm thinking of
You 100% would go Permane Brothers.
yeah, and I'd get 2. I'd get the pastrami and I get the Pittsburgher.
Okay.
100%.
You're not having pizza.
And a Coke to wash it down. No,
noticed.
my last day. I'm not gonna.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to carb up before you die. My third one.
dinner?
My dinner?
With dessert now.
Of course. Who are you talking to?
Of course.
My dinner would definitely be a fruta de mar fra diavolo. Where we get a nice hot sauce.
Wait, what is
Fruta de mar?
Is that? It's not
Fra
calamari.
diavolo. It's got all the
It's fried what?
seafoods. It's got all this fruta de mar.
Okay, it's got all the seafood. It's
got
like a
all the
seafood mix. Okay.
Yeah. Seafood combination plate,
Yeah.
if you will, over linguine. But I would get it over rigatoni. I like a stab.
Mm-hmm.
I would get some extra, give it a little extra kick for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going out. I don't care anyway.
Yeah.
Give me that. I could do those. I'm going to do oysters to start.
Wow.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
some oysters. I'm going to do the fruta de mar with that. And then I would probably do garlic bread on the side. I want a nice, a nice focaccia that I could do the dunksky and the sauce.
There you go.
That's what I
Okay.
do.
So we're heavy on the seafood.
100%.
These are your appetizers, by the way.
No, that's my meal.
That's your meal?
Fruta de mar is the appetizers, the oysters. For the table, though. I'm not eating by
Wow.
myself.
Okay. So you're not even on your last meal. You wouldn't maybe go
For a burger or a steak.
Yeah.
No, I don't have the.
after all that time.
No. The only thing that I was thinking was actually to grab a buffalo wing because I do miss a good chicken buffalo wing.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, so that's what I would do. And then that'd be my meal. And for dessert, I would probably go with an assortment tray of pastry.
No.
Yeah, I would have to get an assortment. I couldn't pick one. They're like, you could have one pastry. I'm like, just kill me now. I'm not going to make that choice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have that my last regret.
Yeah.
Pick a cannoli over Napoleon or a Sfiadel. I mean, what am I doing here? I can't. I could solve bigger problems than should I have a lobster tail or a cannoli.
Sure.
Forget it. And I would need my coffee.
I'm going 12-ounce Wagyu steak.
Ooh, go 16. What are you only going 12?
Fuck it. Yeah. Why not? I'll go 16.
What do you got to
I'm
lose?
not paying
Nothing.
for it.
You ain't paying
Yeah.
for it. Tell them I'll pay you tomorrow.
16 Wagyu. I'll do loaded baked potato,
Nice.
and I'll do a cream spinach.
With the loaded baked potato, do you do a chunk bacon or a bacon bit? Do you like?
I like either.
Yeah.
I like either.
Yeah.
I'm in. And I'm going, I'll go Arnold Palmer
Oh, AP for the beverage.
with my meal. And then to clean it all out, and I would probably go New York style cheesecake
Cheesecake.
with a little strawberry on top.
A little bit of whipped cream as well.
Yeah, whipped cream, and that's it.
I would go with a
call it a
Honolulu.
day.
I would go with a Honolulu kiss for my drink. That's ginger ale, a little bit of pineapple. It's a Honolulu kiss. I would do that. I would do that for my beverage. I forgot my beverage.
Did you make that up? Is
Yeah,
that
I
real?
name it. I name it something different every time, and I say it indignantly to the waiter. I'll take an Aloha Thunder, and I'm like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's ginger ale with a splash of pineapple." Like I say it all the time, and I always rename it.
The Honolulu
Kiss, Aloha Thunder, Lay Me Down,
The Maui Bowie.
Maui Bowie. Yes, I do the volcano, the volcano spritzer.
The Don Ho Ho Ho.
Oh, that's a good one for the holidays. You had a little bit of fucking, a little bit of nutmeg.
The Tiny Bubbles. Wow, I've never heard of that. So ginger ale with a splash of...
pineapple. It's what I used to do when I went out to drink, and people were like, "Why don't you drink?" And I was annoyed to answer that question, so I would get it because it looks like a drink.
Okay.
So
I think those are good last meals.
I agree.
What is your one surprise you didn't put in yours?
When we were talking about that, I can't believe I didn't put like my favorite sandwich.
What is that?
Fried eggplant with mozzarella, broccoli rabe, and roasted peppers with a balsamic glaze on ciabatta.
Ciabatta. Not a big fan of ciabatta.
Well, I spoke to ciabatta earlier, and I don't want to report back, but samesies. I'm not big at ciabatta. You know what? I do like a good brioche, though, but that's not a brioche sandwich. Here's what I miss with meat. I'll tell you though, I might actually do this. I might retract it all the way. I might do a French dip.
Oh,
I would do
is there a
French dip.
specific French dip?
The French one.
Oh,
I would go French style.
Yeah.
No, I mean I haven't had it in such a long time, but a good French dip might do with an au jus. Oh,
Philippe's in L.A.
Navidad.
That's their. Excuse me.
Philippe's Navidad. It's a Christmas place that you get your tree at. That way, if there is not a Christmas store named Philippe's Navidad somewhere, that is a huge miss on the world and pun work.
Just a dude in sombrero with the in front of a tree.
It's hanging. It's a mistletoe hanging down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Philippe's in Philippe's Navidad.
Yeah.
Philippe's in Los Angeles that's what they're known for. It's on the outskirts of Los Angeles. Fantastic French dip.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, Cole's French dip, that's in Los Angeles, and I
Do you
believe
use specifically French dips?
just French dips, and I believe it's the oldest bar in Los Angeles.
Oh wow.
And if you go in there, you'll see it looks like a place like Capone would be or Chaplin would be getting a drink, but then they have a speakeasy in the very back. There's this wallpaper, and then you push on the thing, and they make all these mixed cocktails.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Great date night spot if you're back in Los Angeles.
Well, I will keep it in mind to get a French dip that I don't eat on the dates that I don't go on.
That is
Philippe's
so
Navidad's great. All right, that was a good question.
Yeah.
I don't even think it had anything to do with food. Oh no, it said what's your meals. That was good. That was a really good one.
Okay, this is coming to us from Schizo. Okay. Can the three of us just have a friend date, hang out, laugh, be homies? That would be dope.
Sure.
What
Where
do
they
you
live?
think? I don't know.
Well, that was their mistake.
Yeah.
If they told us where they would live or a way to get in contact with them, we could have probably made that happen.
Yeah.
How much work are you looking at on my end?
I'm not going to hunt you down.
I'm a busy guy.
Give me the deets.
I'm not Dog the Bounty Hunter. All right. I rescue dogs. Okay. And I hunt pastry.
And when
If you were made a cannoli and you had, somebody abandoned you in the streets, I'm your guy. But otherwise, not for me. I'm not going to put all the...
You can't be Dog the Bounty Hunter because you only get one haircut. With him, he's got four. It's this, it's that, it's that, it's the thing on
Don't forget the side, the back, the other side, the front.
It's like he's getting like fucking 8 haircuts every time he sits down. It's like, so I forget. Just walk me through the beats of.
I love randomly doing that, saying yes to people on questions that they don't know. Like, be like, yeah, sure, you want. I do that all the time. Sometimes people will write me.
It's like you just saw the movie Yes Man.
100%.
You're ready.
People like on the road and stuff. People are like, oh, you got to come down to my dad's restaurant. We would love to buy you lunch. I'm like, sure, and I would go. I go to it.
You do it.
I do it. I love that. I love that just to like surprise people.
See, here's the tough part, and I agree with you. I think it's always a great experience. The toughest part about doing that when you're on the road is when you wake up at noon, you know the restaurant's right downstairs. Fuck, I got to get showered, then I got to get in the Uber, and the Uber is like 20 minutes away. It's like, do I really want to go 20 minutes out of my way when I could just go eat downstairs? That's my biggest hiccup.
For sure.
The older I get, when I was younger, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll go anywhere.
Yeah, hour and a half away. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the older I get, the harder it is for me to do those things. But when I do it, I always am happy I did it.
Okay.
I don't get as many invites as you do, obviously, because I'm sure you're getting invited to come hot air ballooning with us, Joe. It's like
people like to feed me and hang out with me. So
Yeah.
those are the things that happen. I get invited to have a sandwich or go on a hot air balloon, and that's exclusively. That's really all my invites. I get so many invites to go on hot air ballooning.
Yeah.
That's a real big thing for me.
Okay. This is look. I think it's time we settle this debate right now.
Okay.
All right, this is coming up from Stone.
Oh.
Feel free to chime in, Mike. I'm sure you have an opinion on this. Everybody's got an opinion. We're past this point in the season, but it's a debate that is year-long. Everybody knows about it. Stone asks, hey, cool mommies, this is Stone, and my question is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I think we put it to bed right here and right now. What do you think? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Bruce Willis famously addressed it a couple weeks ago, right?
Did he?
He said it's not.
Bruce Willis said it's not
Bruce
a Christmas
Willis said
movie.
it is not a Christmas movie.
Really?
So I disagreed in theory. If I was asked that question, I would say it is a Christmas movie, but I disagreed with him.
Well, to debate that, Reginald L. Johnson recently said it was a Christmas movie.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, they're on opposite ends.
And I am more of a. I think I take more of Reginald L. Johnson's side and
Over Willis's?
Over, absolutely, yeah.
Well, he knows that family matters.
Well, he had a lot to deal with Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
For years and years and years. So I feel like that guy. He's been on the streets. He was a cop for years.
For sure, he's in the beat.
He's been on the beat.
He's got a pulse. His pulse is on the streets. He's got his finger to the streets there.
Yeah.
By the way, you know that show, like it was just the family, and then it got hijacked, right? It was like a Fonzie effect. Like it was the family, I think, for 2 or 3 episodes, and then Steve Urkel comes in as like the crazy neighbor,
Crushes it.
on an episode, and then it becomes the Urkel show.
Wildfire, yeah.
Is that crazy? I used to love Family Matters.
One of my favorite clips ever is when Carl Banks shows up on set. Did you see that?
Oh,
on
yeah, I
TikTok
saw that
now?
recently, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going around
During the curtain call, right?
During the curtain call, the father from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air comes in. And
He just delivered one line.
He delivers one line. He pretends he's the neighbor. And he's like, I told you to keep it down or whatever he says. And Reginald tries to hold it together, but then just loses it. And they give him a big hug. It's really a sweet moment. Yeah.
Because I think they were filming next door.
Yeah, they
like
were.
that, right?
They're like on the same lot or whatever. Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. They, I mean, if you use the Christmas movie formula, because there's movies that happen during Christmas time or there's a movie about Christmas. So if you use the same thing, you could say Home Alone has the same elements that make it a Christmas movie because it's a movie that happens at Christmas time, but it's not necessarily about Christmas.
But it's about the importance of family at that time of year, isn't it?
I guess so.
I want my family to disappear. And when do you want to be around family the most? It's Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's debunked.
It also was
pretty effectively, actually.
It happened
well done.
on Christmas Eve. The whole story is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but that's just now you're just talking about a date and time. So
That could be anything though. Why Christmas Eve? Because it's a Christmas movie.
No, because it was a Christmas party.
Right. But it had to be. It could have been any party. Why make it a Christmas party if it's not a Christmas movie?
Well, but with that same vein, in that same vein, if we go down that road, it's if you make a movie that happens on December 24th that has nothing to do with Christmas, is that a Christmas movie?
Well, here's the thing.
Like
I
if
would
a murder happens on if The Purge happened on December 24th, is that a Christmas movie?
Shane Black always predominantly sets his movies around Christmas, and he said it gives the audience another emotion of it being the holiday season.
Got it.
And
It's a nice hack.
emotions are heightened, right?
Nice hack, yeah.
So that's why Lethal Weapon, Iron Man 3, like any movie he's done, if he can make it centered around Christmas, he does, which I thought was smart. But doesn't make it a Christmas movie. It doesn't.
I don't think so. That same trope is like give your hero a kid, a young child, right? You attach to them as something more than just a person. It's
right.
They're a father, right? So that's the same trope.
The stakes are higher now because
100%.
you're
They have a
protecting
kid, yeah.
somebody.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think in that regard, if I was going to go down the Shane Black hole, the
I see what you did there, and I
aspect
appreciate
of Christmas
I appreciate that.
is only folded into the story to heighten emotions, but it's not there as a part of the story. It's not like, I got to get back home for my kid or nothing like it's just, there's a Christmas party. That's it.
Okay.
Could
So your team, no, it's not.
I would say team no. I would think that could be any party. If you took that aspect out of it, it's still a fantastic movie. It's nothing to do with Christmas. It could be New Year's Eve. It could be 1,000. But
to his point, it's like, why isn't it?
There's also the famous line, the Hans Gruber. It's Christmas, Theo. It's a time for miracles.
Yeah.
Like it's a big.
Sure.
It's an actual plot point of the movie.
Now I have a gun.
Now I have a gun.
What a great movie.
Great movie.
When's the last time you saw Die Hard?
Actually, not too long ago. I think I saw it like 3 years ago, maybe. I rewatched it.
I'm thinking of.
You're gonna do the whole trilogy? You gonna do the whole thing?
I was showing my kid, at least my daughter. Do you think you could show
100%.
Die Hard?
100%.
Yeah, 10 years old?
Oh no, there's a lot. There's something they might be scared.
Just the
with
banging and the
gun. Oh, that I don't worry about
but-
that. I'm worried about the gunfight, the fire.
You don't care about the banging?
Oh yeah, sure. They see. I have lots of dogs. They see a hump on the reg. Everybody's humping around. Everybody's humping. Gail Cannoli, there is your biscotti. Everybody's humping around. Woo, woo.
You love a biscotti. Here we go. Okay, dear two cool moms. First off, thanks for solving today's dilemmas that trouble our world. Mine falls with struggle. Have you ever been on a flight, slept the entire time, felt like a dream only to wake up with a raging morning wood? Do you sport it with pride or tuck it in shame? Thanks and happy travel, Jay.
This is one of the questions that made the cut.
This is coming to us from Justin. My best friend is moving to Florida and lives in Michigan. So can I cope while he is gone, or how do I deal with this?
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, losing a best friend to travel. I think it happens at what point in your life. I remember when I was younger, Jason Joseph, my best friend who lived next door to me, I was like 14 or 13, and he moved. And I thought my life was over. He moved to Arizona, and I was like, oh, my God, how am I going to live with that, you know, which is hard. I think it's harder when you're younger because you have less control over the ability to see them.
Yeah.
But here's the good thing. If you have a good foundations, real friendships don't die with distance. You and I are an example, right? You live in Nashville. Sure. I live in New York. We see each other, maybe a couple times a month. And
the random phone calls, yeah?
Yeah, and I would say you consider me your best friend on earth. So with that in mind.
Do we give you the edit point? Okay, sorry, continue.
No, I mean, I do think that when you're older, distance doesn't come into play as much at all.
Yeah, and I think this day and age, everybody's got this.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids are friends with my buddy's kids. They're in Southern California. They are on Roblox every week, at least once or twice together, spending an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, all the time playing Roblox and catching up and BSing. Mm-hmm. So I know that when we do see them like once or twice every year, it's as though nothing has ever happened. It
is more like, I think the quality time of being face-to-face is probably missed, and the opening up and things like that.
Sure.
I think that's hard. But the way to cope with it is like make sure you give the friendship the attention that it needs.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to be like, well, he doesn't live here anymore, or she doesn't live here anymore. Forget it. You want to be like, okay, they don't, so let me do that extra attention. I failed at that a bunch, actually. I let life get in the way with a couple of good friends of mine that I was like, oh, I should. I've corrected it. I've had to course correct it too. But I think that happens too when you don't see somebody or need to make the effort to actually call or whatever. And the thing that super easy hack is when you think of somebody, text them. Or when you think of somebody, call them. And I think that's huge. And the other thing too is like I always call my friends on their birthday. I don't send a text. I feel like strangers text on a birthday, but it's one day a year. You could take 5 minutes to call so you could hear their voice, say hello, and say happy birthday. For certain friends, which I call tier 1 friendships, you know, those are the ones that you call. But those are people you call people on their birthday. If they're a true friend of yours, you could take the 5 minutes. You're not that busy.
Yeah.
You know, but I think a real good hack is if you think of somebody like, oh, I should. This will happen to everybody. Everybody does this. Oh, I should see what he's up to. I'll text him. Stop right there. Drop a text like, hey, just thinking of you.
Yeah.
And whenever I get a text like that, I'm always like, oh, that's super cool. And I write back, and the conversation starts right then and there.
Yeah.
You know? So I think for that part of it, I would say those are a couple hacks that I have that make people feel special and then help you maintain a friendship.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think, you know, especially as I get older, I think friendship is just defined by investment of time, right? I mean, we all have people we text or reach out to or email, you don't hear back or whatever. It's like, okay, well, I'll just stop doing that, you know? And then there's other people like Joel Osborne is one of my best pals. He lives in Australia. I talk to him probably once every 3 days. And we're on 2 different time zones. I'll be walking at midnight. I'll call him. It's 3 PM there. And he'll pick up, or he'll call me in the afternoon, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. I pick up. And we have probably had the same conversation 1,000 times, but we still talk about Oasis, Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher, our favorite bands, Batman, you know, Back to the Future, like all the same things over and over again. And it never gets old. It's like putting in a favorite movie of yours, you know, and just, I don't know, I really, and it's like we have every excuse in the world not to talk to each other.
100%.
But for some reason, we just do. So when I go and everything flashes, it'll be like, Joel will be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
You know?
Right.
He's just a really good dude. And then I have other friends that, one in particular, I consider my best friend.
Thanks.
Well, not you, because this is going to end up poorly.
Awkward.
On my birthday, to your point, hey, happy birthday.
Oh, God.
And I was
Number
like,
one pet peeve.
this is what I got from, 15 other people that I barely talk to.
100%.
And I get it. It doesn't even say anything other than happy birthday. And then when my hour came out, it was like, hey, congratulations. You should be proud. It was like, dude, you're like one of my best friends. It was just, that was a bit heartbreaking. But again, one of those things where it's like, I think like the relationship, he's defining the relationship. You're thinking it's something else.
100%.
But that's the definition of it. Like people want closure. It's like, why? They told you what.
Yeah, take the clues.
Yeah. Why do you need one more conversation?
Solve
It's
the
like,
mystery, Shaggy. Here it is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I just think, why invest that bandwidth emotionally thinking or wanting something else to be something? It just isn't.
Yeah.
So
Have you been on the other end of a friendship where when you're having a friendship and it's falling to the wayside? I've had this conversation a couple times in my life where you're able to identify the problem, but it's not on you to fix, and you really want somebody to fix it and they won't. And when they don't, the hardest part is like to not feel bad that you have to let that person go out of your life.
I mean, for sure. Yeah.
Right. It's hard for you too because you're like, so many years being a road comic, right? So you develop a lot of relationships on the road. You're in the same town as somebody. It's like, oh, great, good to see you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like you really click with somebody and you want to spark a friendship with them.
Sure.
And then some people don't, if it's not, doesn't feel the same way for them, or if they get too busy or something and you fall away, it's kind of like, oh man, we could have been friends. I'm like, that's one of those feelings
100%.
I hate when it's like, oh man, if we just.
Yeah. Well, look, even like, meeting Jiggy, meeting, Gerace, like these are guys like I'll text and be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Sent them Christmas gifts because they're just like, I don't know, I get excited thinking about hanging out with them.
Yep.
And when Justin came, like after the taping, like that night, where so much is going on, you're still like, I cannot believe he came out. That was one of the coolest things.
Meanwhile,
so,
I get a text, congrats, buddy.
Yeah.
Right, that's the difference.
But I mean, look, I've talked about it before. My brother and I have a very complicated relationship, and it's one of those things where I love him, but yeah, there's parts of me where I've just been pushing a boulder up a mountain, and you're not getting anything back, and then you're just like, okay, well, I think it's just like in that movie Swingers, right? You pine after a girl, you pine after a girl, you pine after a girl. Your friends are telling you move on. Everybody, the world is telling you, but you can't get out of your own way. You can't do it. And then all of a sudden you meet Heather Graham, and you forget about that last relationship. And then I think I've been in situations before where I forced myself, like, oh, I'm over it. I'm past that. But emotionally you're not.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes life will dictate when you truly have gotten over it. And for my brother and I, we recently got to a point where, just organically through the timeline of life, it got us to a good point.
Yeah.
But for years, it just never. And I think once I let go of the reins, that's when everything kind of started to
I think
happen.
People have to realize that once you stop pushing, they miss that part of it. And they're like, oh, I need to, I found that a lot too. When you're trying to get something going and then you stop getting something going, that's when people notice. It's like, oh, why didn't they?
Oh, yeah,
text me,
yeah.
anymore? Oh, and then they realize maybe it's an awakening. And sometimes it's not, and that's not on you either. So you
Sure.
can't feel bad about that. So I guess the takeaway for this question is the long distance relationship definitely needs care. And from both parties, and just have an open and honest. The things you like about your friendship could happen over long distances. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
So just try to see each other. That's always a fun thing.
Even like to your point, my buddy Wyatt, he got me this shirt, Candlestick Park, because if you've seen my special, you understand what this. It's one of the jokes. Jiggy sent me a road sign that says Candlestick Park that's hanging up in my office, and like those little bits are like, those are enough to be like, hey, how you doing? Just checking in, seeing how you're doing. And the next time you hang out, you're off to the races. 100%. It's always so fun, yeah.
Well, and there you go.
We did it.
We did another one.
We really did it,
We
man.
helped the world one answer at a time. And now we're both really hungry thinking about our last meals.
Absolutely, yes. Got to do it. But thank you guys again. Rate, review, subscribe.
Please.
Should we try this new thing?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're doing a thing.
We're thinking about adding a segment.
Yes. Yes, we're adding a segment to this where we're going to have Mom of the Week. And so we want you to send in a picture of your mom and a brief description, like why your mom is so awesome. And we want to honor, here on Two Cool Moms, we want to honor a mom each week as to why this mom is so special, unique, caring, nurturing, maternal, all those good things. You let us know, and we're going to show that cool mom.
Yep.
And we're going to celebrate that cool mom.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
we'll give your moms a little shout out here because we figured that'd be a cool thing to do here because moms are awesome. We love moms.
Moms are the best, and the best way to do it, because people still continue to ask, how do we submit questions?
Yes.
How do we get this? So the easiest way to do it is through our Instagram account. So at Two Cool Moms Pod is our Instagram account. Send us the picture, the description, and of course your questions.
Yes. And that's the best way to keep in touch. We love you. Be well. Be safe. Stevie, I'll see you next time.
I'll see you too soon.
Bye.
Bye.
These Two Cool Mommies love you, so show us some love.
Please rate us, review us, follow us on all social media, and subscribe to our YouTube.